boss ass bitch.
Hello, 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 and welcome to Urban Escape. Today we are starting a new city in Golden Valley. It was made by Eggsy. It's called Buffalo Bill's Mirage, and it is pretty sweet. I think we've got quite the opportunity in front of us, building out a cool city here. Now we are nuzzled at the end of two canyons, opening up into a pretty sweet valley. So look at this. Look at that. We've got this river coming in and just filling up this lake, which is pushing out energy, I think, power. I'm not sure exactly. I think this either requires water or energy. I'm not sure what this thing, or if it generates energy. Oh, actually, I think it's a water. I think there are water pumps and sewage pumps in here. So that is curious. What is going on here? Oh, no. I don't like that at all. Okay, so we are going to have to delete that. Alright, so I did go ahead and get rid of all those water pipes, and those were indeed sewer lines right there. So I don't want to be pumping out sewer into this river because I do have some plans for this little valley later. So I did take a short liberty and change this into a kind of rural highway. Ultimately, I want the entire build to have that rather than a massive 4-lane highway just everywhere. But that is a very expensive and costly change to make this early. So it is something that we will make that we will change as time allows. And money, as time and money, because we will need a lot of it. Alright, so let's start. We are going to grow. Start over here because, I mean, our main city, I want the bulk of the most developed city to be on this outcropping of the lake. I want this to grow into the largest, where all the downtown skyscrapers and everything are going to be, with little, towns throughout, and eventually, a big suburban kind of sprawl, I suppose, maybe throughout this area. But that being said, having this start first would be the most logical part for a city. Especially for a county, this is going to be our capital city for sure. So we're going to want to get started on it first. So let's get to it. Now, how are we going to lay out this grid? Huh? Should we just follow the coastline up and then start to grid it out and have minor breaks in it? We are going to have very curious neighborhoods on this hillside. And perhaps even have a bridge across here, and then have an on and off ramp. That's something to think about. Let me know. Let me know if you think that would be a good idea. Have an on and off ramp right here, and have this become the main entrance into the city coming down off this hill. Because that would be kind of cool. Alright, let's see here. Let's get going. And we're going to grow this grid out this way, and that's why we'll see some deviations in the grid as we get closer to this hillside. Now I know that, you know, grids can be a little boring, but they do create very strong pathways for traffic. So, you know, we won't see as many crazy traffic jams, but we will have some deviations in this grid. You know, it's not going to be all perfectly gridded out. We will, you know, come up, follow the coastline. We'll get some curves in here. It won't be so strict and boring, but to start, this will definitely be very nice. So let's see here. Connect that section. And I mean, we should at least have power going to the road. That's sweet. Okay, we do have power. We will now need water before we start laying down anything else. Now, ultimately, we are going to want to connect our water to the dam, but that's not only expensive, but I mean, we're gonna have to follow the road. We're gonna have to go all the way up here, and that's gonna be a monumental project, which would probably take, you know, who knows, months, a year, for a construction crew to lay out pipes from this all the way around. I certainly don't know. I know that they're resurfacing the roads for the next 3 months around town, and Boise's not that big, so you tell me. That water is all we're going to need for now. Well, that's not entirely true. We do need a water treatment plant. Now that I think about it, we are going to need to find a spot for our industry. I could see them putting a water treatment facility right here on the water, you know. However, the topography is not going to be happy about that, so we are gonna that's fine. That's fine. That is fine. We have to accept that and be happy that is not going to be how that works. That water, the little spot of road just won't get water, and we're going to live with it. Alright. So, this is going to be our main entrance road. And I imagine that this is eventually going to be our main road. So I just want to give my future self a little room to plan ahead. No, that is just how that's going to be. So we're going to plan for that. However, I don't think this intersection will work with that planner road. So if you don't know, these planning roads cost nothing, and you can upgrade them. These are some cool assets. Look at these good old American homes. I don't know where the part of the country that's from, but nice, simple, single-family, low residential housing. we are getting into some industry demand, so let's plop some down. What is happening here? Why don't we have any water? Oh, because we don't have any power. That's fair. Now, let's just give this guy a cute little solar panel. I'm going to make all these commercial spaces just one block off the main road because that is going to get upgraded. So it's going to delete any old buildings anyway. Okay. We are just going to do this right now before I forget. Other way. There we go. That way our zoning comes in correct. Nothing will spawn on this main road. Okay. Now, why is that one like that? I'm not totally sure. Maybe if we this. There we go. Now, I probably won't put anything on this side anyway. But the zoning's there just in case. Alright, we're starting to see all these cool little houses coming. What is this thing? That's definitely a multi-family home. It's a 1-for-1 house. Okay, I mean maybe Realistic Pops is on some of these houses. I mean 4 houses. I mean that, you know, that could be some kind of duplex for sure. I've seen, you know, those houses where you got your 2 upstairs and 2 downstairs units. So, because I do have it downloaded. But see, in that says 4 households. That's just not right. So, I don't know how we would fix. Something to look at later. Oh, that is interesting. See, 3 households? That's like, look at all those little units. That's not right. And also would not develop naturally in this area. And this guy, yeah, that's not right either. So we will definitely turn on our styles, district styles, as soon as we get it unlocked. Which I don't think happens right away. I think we have to get up to Worthy Village for districts. Yes, that's right, we do. But we are almost to Little Hamlet, so that's awesome. I do want to leave some of the space open for some other things, so I don't want to start building right away. Building more houses, that is. We're just gonna keep growing this back, and growing this out. That is until we hit this part right here. Okay, that road is where we're gonna start to deviate, because this is the base of our hill. What's your weakness? What's your talent? Make this ideally at a 90-degree angle. Now that is not as smooth as I would like to see it, so we are just going to use the network multi-tool. Yep, little hamlet. Bam. There we go. We're already over halfway through to our next spot, to Worthy Village. Cool. Alright, let's connect these up. Now this tool is really cool because you can slide these roads to give them their own kind of unique shape. And I do like that little bit of curvature, so we are gonna roll with that for right now. Now I am going to take off zoning on this road because I see this becoming kind of a mini avenue, you know, from here to there, because it is the shortest path from what will eventually become the hillside neighborhoods down onto Main Street. Connect and be okay. That's kind of a funky intersection, but that's okay. They exist. They do exist. I've got one just like it here in Boise, up by Hill Drive. There's quite a bit of weird, funky intersections like these. You got a bunch of mini roads, maybe some that even connected like this. You're not gonna have that, but they exist. They do. They are there. And I think we'll just leave this open. Put some landscape back in there, and maybe a little park. I think we could put a park right here. That'll be kind of neat. Just right there. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, shiza. Okay, we are gonna need a landfill, which I would just really love to use the recycling plant. But man, does it just... Yeah, we'll do the recycling plant as needed. We do need it. Let's build it off the main road. That way we won't have to move it or delete it when it comes to upgrading that road. We do have some new services we can put down. We do want to put down a small clinic, but you know, we're still a small town. We are still a very small town, so we don't need anything huge. There's a Desert Spring medical clinic, which is pretty nice and cute, small, and you know, we're not quite in the desert. You know, we are in a little bit of a valley. So maybe that desert clinic could be used in one of our small towns we make down the road. An old clinic. I think I've got the perfect, yes. Here we go. We've got a little, you know what? No, I do have the perfect asset in here. Where is it? Family medicine. But oh man, that is a cool cemetery. We're gonna have to use that. Oh, and look at this little that is adorable. I mean, morbid, but pretty cool. I guess we should start thinking about, well, we need more residential. I think we're gonna build all of our schools right over here. Now we are going to eventually fit our high school as well as some sports fields in this area. If they fit, I think they will. I think we've got enough space for them. But let's get started with an elementary school. Now I do have a couple of elementary school assets. So just finding the right one to fit our little town. So that's kind of cool, but and in all honesty, you know, this is going to become oop, I forgot some water. Poor citizens just dying of thirst. What would they do without me? Probably be a little better off. Alright. Kinda no house left behind. Okay. Stop it. Forget about it. Okay, we're good. Alright. Kind of thoughtful about this area. Because this is going to be a nicer spot. We're going to put some parks here. Park entrance probably, and just kind of have it be a little fun, so be a little gentle with our housing right there. And you know, our demands and stuff is looking pretty good right now, so let's take a moment and focus back on our schools. Okay, so we saw this, and that is kind of cool. Elementary school. Oh man, that is very cool. That is very cool. Okay, how much do we get back? The whole amount. Which is way better than using money to move it. Okay, so we do want this larger space reserved for our high school. Campus. Well, okay. How big is a high school? Oh, we can't even select it yet. Euro High School. Okay, so high schools are pretty big. So we probably do want to give it this space it's needing. And we could probably get away with putting an elementary school right here. But I kind of want the baseball diamond to be right here. Football field here. So we are kind of in a tough pickle at the moment, huh? We could put the elementary school right here. Or we could demolish some of these houses and have it right here. What a dilemma. Okay. We're gonna put it right here, I think. I think this is a good spot for it, across the way from the high school. We're gonna leave a little extra room down here for some parks or paths or something else. Something we might need in the future. That is a cool looking elementary school. Look at that. So we'll put that right there. It's got good capacity. That's a lot. That's a lot of students that can go to that elementary school. Alright, what else are we missing or looking at? Recycling and incineration plant. That's pretty bitchin'. Right on. Except we are going to strive for a clean city. This funny district recycling hub. So it's just a curiously small little place for people to throw their shit. Okay, how are we gonna grow the rest of this out? Where is... Don't need the picker on, but I do want to scoot over just a tad, because I do think we are going to put a road in here so that teachers can reach the parking. Okay. My shit's broken. Okay, there we go. Something's working, something's working. So we do have some district specialization that we can dig into, which I do intend to dig into. And then districts for our housing. Now we don't have a ton of forestry stuff, but I do intend to build some agricultural farms, because somebody has to make money off of this town, and it's going to be the mines and the farmland. So we will want somewhere to farm. Now this is becoming quite ugly, you know that. So what is happening here? That's gonna have to work. We'll fix that shit later. Right now, our immediate traffic inside the city is looking pretty good, so we will just have to be okay with it. Now, I do want to build our farms probably over here across the highway, but we will do that later. Let's keep working on the main bulk of our city, huh? Now we have a worthy village, and we do want to change our district. Oh man, it looks like they're not gonna upgrade on their own. There's a good chance that they might not, because it would let me force an upgrade, typically, if it could, but it's not being super stoked about it. We'll put some services in and see if we can get some upgrades, and maybe that new district styles will come through for us. Okay. Oh, actually, okay, so we do have some crime rate issues, so we do need our police station. We could do a sheriff's office. Let's do that. We are going to stick this right over here in our little city services block. And look at that cool building. Now I do think I will stick it right here, and we can try and put a parking lot. I mean, it already has some parking, but I do want additional parking back here. And we will get back to upgrading our roads here shortly. We need a fire station. Oh, that's kind of a cool firehouse, but we don't need that. That is quite the firehouse, which we also do not need. 3 engines. That's looking kind of good. Do imagine that this would be somewhere else. Maybe across the street from the school, on this other block. You know, the high school I went to in Idaho Falls did have a firehouse right across the street and a block over. So I don't think we'll be doing anything wrong by having one right here. Oh yeah. Now see, we're not getting any levels on these. And once we get some parks in, maybe we'll start seeing some... Oh, there's that building upgraded. Okay. That one is upgrading, but these... Okay, that's going. Okay. We'll see, we'll see. We do want this to upgrade to the right style, which most of them already are. But some of them, like this very out of place Miami building, is not. That is not what we want to see. And what is this little slum town? Big Bite. Okay, that's a weird building. Why is it round? Whatever. Alright, now I would kind of expect to see a couple stores on this main drag. So I think we'll put a couple in. Corner store right there. Oh, it looks like we are in quite the need for some industry, so let's fill some of this in. Ooh, what is happening here? We have no power. How do we not have any power? It says we have power. I'm seeing lots of it. So what is happening? Or what is happening with our power situation? So I'm just going to go ahead and plant down a few more solar panels. And that seemed to fix it. So there's something wrong with the power from over here going into the city. Which we might just have to end up using our own power source for the rest of the build. If that's the case. Once again, we need more people. But I really want to get these roads going. Okay. Worn look, which is a-okay. You know what, this one is, I think, is the same, just without the worn road, which is honestly better, because this is still a new city. We don't need to have some worn out, beat up, old, raggedy ass roads yet. Pretty fierce. Oh, those are some cool roads. Now that I'm not exactly excited on. And it's just something that maybe we'll have to figure out later. Mark intersection marking tool. We could probably, yep, we absolutely could. We could draw our own lanes and crosswalks. So you know what, maybe that's something I will in fact do off screen, because that is not something I need to put all of you through. Now that does keep breaking, which is kind of annoying. So we might see what we can do right there, and that looks like it's going to work for us. In fact, I want this to be a cool little tree-lined road. I think that would be wonderful. Alright, let's get some more residential. So I will have to find that and fix it, because that is just bugging the crap out of me right now. That is just all I can think about. It's how these buildings are not the buildings that we want them to be. That's just not cool. It's not cool, it's not fair, it's not right. Alright, we are gonna grow out this neighborhood still. Okay, so we did have fire department, we still don't have parks, do we? We still need a little bit more population. I would really like to do some landscaping today, but I think it'll have to wait till the next video. So that is it for today. We got the base of our city down, got our little industry and our sprawling big suburb themed neighborhoods, which we will dig into building a park in this little section between the main drag and the hill, which we will be putting neighborhood up on. Neighborhood, maybe some sports stuff. We will be doing the high school next one for sure, and perhaps some farming. So that is it for today, and bye bye for now.